like I said, every node has a title and could be having a body as well. Um, Nodes can have comments on them, or they don't have to. Okay, nodes have certain aspects like creation dates and a number of uh, different criteria, like the number of comments on it as a parameter or something that you would maybe want to know. And what Drupal does is that they have all the in the views module they allow you to key off those and to say, well, because we know that every node is a every node has at least a title and may have a body, and if you have CCK installed, you can have other fields that are coming into play. Okay, CCK is the content construction kit, which allows you to add more fields beyond a title and a body to a given node. And without doing it programmatically, you can do it from the screen and from the browser and create node types on the fly instead of doing it in a module yourself. So because of all that, the views allows you to key off any of those fields and create various types of lists. Okay, based on those, so you could list the node title, as we showed the date. You could show a teaser. Okay, and then it also matrices that by the type of list you want to show. Do you want to show in a tabular form? Do you want to show just a flat list? There's all different kinds. Let's take a look over here. There's the table here. You can also show it as a HTML list, which we'll have to see what that looks like. Not too much different. Okay. Oh, there. So you can show it this way, right? So what they're doing is they're removing the type of data that you're collecting and want to show, and they're separating it from the way you want to show it. Okay, which is a hallmark of any good CMS. Ought to be separating out what you want to display from how you want to display it. And they're doing that here with the views module. So we can go back. Let's take a look at another one. We can say we want to show it as a grid. I don't know what this is going to do, but let's take a look. Well, that's neat. So it's showing a grid of the nodes. Okay. There's no good way to sort them from here, so a tabular form would be better for that type of display. But at least here you can take a look and say, okay, we want to look at them in a maybe more compact form across the width of the screen. So the grid is allowing you to do that. Mm-hmm. That's right. There is an option here, and so your basic configuration for a view, for like the various options that you would want to see for, like, for example, whether we're going to use the pager. We could have a pager here, and let's see if this makes a difference. So you've got 1, 2, next, last. See, we've added that to the bottom here. It probably would make it more interesting if we put this into a list form. Let's put it into the list. And we'll preview. And now you could go, let me make sure this is saved, okay. And there's the last post. So we can go back, let's go back to the first. You can see that it used Ajax to update that, which was really nice. So we could say, let's make it 5 posts per page. Whoops, there we are. 5 posts per page. There, we save that. Preview, well, the preview's already there. Here, now you've got 5 posts per page, and you can go to the next page and to the last page too. Now again, the beauty of this is that you can make a page out of this that somebody can view, as in a whole list of your blog posts on a page, or you could say, make that a block that I can show on a certain page. Okay, let's go back and do that. Back to my views here. Is this helpful, or?
Would you give the advantage of putting it in the blog versus putting it on the page?
Okay. Well, I will do it. So the question was the block versus page. What are the advantages? And I'll get to that. But first of all, is this helpful to people? Are they? Is this useful, or?
Raise your hand if it's extremely helpful to you.
I just want to
raise your hand if it's really helpful to you, and raise your hand if it's not helpful to you.
I mean, there are people that probably already know how to do this, so it's a bit of it is, you know.
We have such a disparate.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if this is too basic for you, that you know this already.
Yeah.
Two people. The majority, I think, are finding this useful.
Okay. I want to make sure I'm serving the crowd here. Let's go back. Okay. So the block. So the block versus page. So if you look over here, and maybe this is just a basic portion, but the way I have this theme set up, and I realize that on a screen like this, I have to keep scrolling back and forth because I've decided to put my logo over here, this big old logo. The page is this portion here, right? The part in the middle, I really can't show that without just taking the mouse and moving it around. This is the page here. Over here is where the content, whenever you create content, this goes here. The block over here, this is a block over here. This is a block over here, okay? They're considered to be different than pages, and they're often you're going to find them on the sidebar. Okay, you could have many different kinds of blocks. In fact, if you look on door 64, these on the top of the page here are all blocks. Okay, now these are not in the sidebar; they're on the top, and I set these up that way in the theme to do that. But these are all every one of those is a block. Okay, and it's different than the stuff in the middle here. Okay, that is the page, and it has a submitted by, and you're looking at the node, at lists of nodes. But this here is a block on the side here, and again, these are blocks up here. So let me, whoops, okay, here we are. So let's go back and let me, style. So we can expose it here in a block. Let's do this here. Yeah. Okay. So now there should be a block. Let's go up and take a look. Whoops, not create content. What was I thinking? Go to administer and blocks. And is it here? Of course it's not, because we're recording. Yeah, that might be it. Thank you. We'll test that theory. Ah, there it is. Thank God. Exposed form, list blogs, default. So now we can say, let's put this over on the right sidebar. Try to drag it on up there. And let's save this first. configure it. And we'll call this list of blogs. And here we're going to show that, excuse me, that users cannot control whether they see it. So we want to make sure everybody gets to see it. You can say show it for certain types of roles. Here we're going to say that anybody can see it. And you can do it two ways. If you click on both of these, it's the same as leaving every one of them blank. Okay, so we're going to be leaving them blank so everybody can see them, whether they're anonymous or